As the 2026 World Cup kicks off in North America, the media is desperately hyping up the final championship run of Lionel Messi. It feels like just yesterday, we watched him lift the golden trophy in Lusail, wrapped in that traditional black bisht, cementing his place as the ultimate football king. But now, the reigning champions Argentina are trying to force a repeat of that magic.
This magic moment.
But wake up. The reality is far colder.
You've been living in a dream world, Neo. This is the world as it exists today.
On June 22, 2026, in the 90th minute against Austria, the football world stopped. Lionel Messi stood over the penalty spot and missed that. The ball sailed wide. The walking god was human after all. Messi, angry at himself, was immediately mocked by internet trolls as missed penalty. This wasn't just a fluke. It was a warning sign under the scorching 40-degree American summer heat. The physical limits of a 39-year-old deity are finally being exposed. Today on HypeBuster FC, we do asterisk not our shell dreams. We use mass cold data, tactical simulations, and raw truths to expose the tactical disasters that will bury Argentina's aging squad before they even reach the BAO final round. Let's start with the illusion, Argentina's perfect 9 points in Group J and their 5-match winning streak. On our HypeBuster Hype Index, they sit at a staggering 9.5 out of 10, but don't celebrate just yet.
Might be critical here to save time on throwing the ball.
Look at their warm-up matches, Iceland and Honduras, or their group stage wins against Algeria and Jordan. A pure commercial stat padding the moment they faced a high-intensity European press like Ralf Rangnick's Austria, the mass slip. Argentina won 2-0 thanks to Messi's individual brilliance, but their actual statistics tell a different story.
Damn!
Their possession dropped to a meager 54%, and they generated 2.36 XG, heavily padded by Messi's missed penalty.
This is fine.
While failing to create cohesive plays against Austria's compact shape. Are you kidding me? They were tactically outplayed. Why? First, because Lionel Messi is carrying a persistent hamstring injury from Inter Miami. He was benched against Jordan, only entering in the second half.
With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way.
And when he is on the pitch, he spends over 60% of his time, sometimes peaking at 83.1% in open play, literally walking. In the freezing winter of Qatar 2022, his teammates could cover for him. But in the boiling cauldron of the American summer, forcing 10 players to defend while carrying a tactical deadweight is tactical suicide. And second, because their midfield engine is broken. Enzo Fernandez, the key controller, arrived at the tournament after a disastrous season at Chelsea, where he was suspended, criticized, and ultimately dropped from the starting lineup in April 2026. He is carrying physical exhaustion and mental baggage, making Argentina's spine incredibly fragile. Let's put this on the tactical board. Up front, we have our attacking duo, Lautaro Martinez and Julian Alvarez. Talk about a clinical disaster in front of goal. Under immense psychological pressure, they are wasting massive chances and failing to link up. They are running blindly like headless chickens, while our walking god enjoys a leisurely sunset stroll right behind them. At the back, we have Nicolas Otamendi. At 38 years old, he is a walking yellow card machine, a literal card magnet. His dual success rate has plummeted, and his declining speed leaves him easily bypassed in one-on-one situations.
Slow down! I want to get there, but I want to get there alive!
He is slow, sluggish, and constantly forced to commit tactical fouls. This defending belongs in Sunday League, not the World Cup.
Sendejas gana, sigue Sendejas, va a línea de fondo, Reyes ahora, Reyes!
And he is edging closer to the all-time World Cup yellow card record.
Wowzers, trousers. Yellow card. The unit reversed. He's doing that, reversed it.
And to make matters worse, the right back position is completely decimated. Leonardo Balerdi was ruled out before the tournament, replaced by Marcos Senesi. Gonzalo Montiel suffered a hamstring injury during the group stage. The right flank is now a wide open counterattack highway for the opponent. And the permanent retirement of Angel Di Maria has left a massive void on the flanks. Without his explosive pace, Scoloni's hybrid 4-3-3 in possession and 4-4-2 out of possession is completely broken. They are forced to crowd the center, making their attack narrow and predictable. Even with young Nico Paz shining as a false wing creator, this setup forces Alexis McAllister, Rodrigo De Paul, and our troubled midfield anchor Enzo Fernandez to run double shifts, covering massive spaces to protect both the sluggish Nicolas Otamendi and the walking Messi. The result? Turnovers in the center skyrocket, the midfield gets easily split. And the opponent has a direct runway to counterattack. The engine room is burning out and completely overloaded. To survive high-intensity pressing blocks, the very thing Austria used to torture them for 90 minutes in the group stage, what is Scaloni's tactical solution? Remember, we are talking about the reigning champions, the #1 ranked team in the world, boasting a squad value of over 800 million euros. On paper, Scaloni has 3 tactical options to solve this walking superstar dilemma. Option 1, turn Messi into a super sub, keep him on the bench for the first 60 minutes, let the young workhorses exhaust the opponent, and then unleash him to kill the game. But this solution immediately hits a steel wall of commercial interest. Hundreds of millions of dollars in sponsorship deals and American TV rights require the number 10 superstar to play all 90 minutes. To make matters worse, here is the bitter paradox. This 39-year-old veteran who spends his time walking is the only one scoring goals for the team. So, benching the man who scored 6 out of their 7 goals. Forget about it. The media and the fans would lose their minds.
I'm in danger!
Option 2, exempt Messi from defensive duties entirely, drifting to a pragmatic 4-4-2 diamond to place a system of workhorse bodyguards around him. But Argentina's midfield engine room is already depleted, forcing this midfield trio to run double shifts to cover the defensive vacuum. For both Messi and the sluggish Otamendi, causes the diamond to shatter faster, turning the central space into a suicide trap against rapid transitions. Option 3, play Messi as a false 9, deploying energetic wingers who handle high-intensity defensive pressing from the front. But Scaloni has burned this bridge himself. His conservative decision to brutally omit Paulo Dybala, who didn't even make the 55-man preliminary roster, along with dropping Alejandro Garnacho and the wonder kid Franco Mastantuono, has left Argentina's bench completely devoid of any high-intensity wingers.
Climb!
With Messi undroppable, the midfield exhausted, and no tactical depth left, Scaloni, the manager known as the Velvet Glove, who is forced into the worst possible compromise, the reputation preservation doctrine. He keeps the walking superstar on the pitch to satisfy sponsors. Alert! Scapegoat detected! Hear that, that's the alarm. But what is the cost of this tactical compromise? To protect the image of the nation's deity, the system requires commercial scapegoats. And the one pushed onto the chopping block is none other than Enzo Fernandez, our troubled midfielder who entered the tournament after a disastrous season at Chelsea. Although workhorse midfielders like Rodrigo De Paul and Alexis McAllister defend Enzo, this fake locker room solidarity masks a deep tactical divide. The public can blame Enzo for dropping form, but they ignore the reality. He and his midfield teammates are running 11 to 12 kilometers per match to clean up the wreckage left behind by one player's walking privilege. Make no mistake about it, this is a spineless, cowardly compromise. A structural failure designed to protect the image of one individual over the entire team. The Opta supercomputer does not lie. Those brainless algorithms still place the reigning champions Argentina in second place, neck and neck with France as top favorites. But how can lifeless simulations calculate the physical limits and lingering hamstring strain of a 39-year-old veteran? In the round of 32 in Miami, Argentina faces Cape Verde. This highly physical opponent will drain the last drops of their strength. My personal prediction: don't dream of a second goal trophy. With such a hopeless system, Argentina will crawl to the quarterfinals at best before completely collapsing. And even if a miracle drags them into the final, it will end in a tragic defeat against younger, energetic European giants. The golden era of Lionel Scaloni is over. Now it's your turn. Throw your thoughts down or ask me a question in the comments. But if you think Argentina's tactical self-destruction is bad, wait until you see how France's dressing room is actively burning down under Didier Deschamps.
This is fine.
Click on the screen now, and let's head to Paris to watch the ultimate meltdown.